There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another random DOS game show. Oh no! More Lemmings! This is technically a standalone game, but really it's just an expansion of the original Lemmings, the DOS version. Oh, look at that. That's difficult to read. It's like one of those hidden eye puzzles or something. Down and out Lemmings. So we have to save 50%, and with 4 minutes to do it. Let's give it a go, see what happens. Let's go. And I'm running the CD version, so it's not ideal. But it gives us CD audio, and I'll explain why it's not ideal soon. So, because there doesn't appear to be any sort of horrific problem here, I'm just gonna let them climb, and it should be okay. See the way they're doing their happy climbing? Now, I've just realised I've screwed up the level. Do you see what I've done? So all these guys are climbing up and falling to their death. So what I needed to do was tell this guy to climb, and then when he drops down, oh no. I think I failed the first level, but you can see why I don't like the CD version right now. Because it's faded out the music. That's no good. And look at that. We've got a sort of a fade in. It's like, well, that sucks. Okay. So that has stopped them from climbing to their death now. There's probably other ways to do this, but I'll show you the way that I'm thinking of doing it, because you can see I'm going to run out of climbers here. Look, no more climbers, so I need to select something else. Fortunately, I can just bash through that wall with a basher. There we go. Didn't need the second basher at all. And we can have one of these guys just dig. There we are. And they survived that fall. No problem. And that's the level complete. And you can see why I put the blocker guy there. Because they were falling to their death. But over here, they'll not. Unfortunately, that distance there, I'm very lucky that distance isn't a problem. Whew, what a relief. Because if that distance had killed them, then I'd have lost this level. I think I've won. I have just enough time, I think. So if I just set the Lemmings to come out at full speed here. There we go. So there's all my Lemmings. With 1 minute and 30 left. It took me far too long to solve that puzzle. And for those of you wondering why I'm not doing a sort of technical run through of what's going on, it's because I played Lemmings not that long ago, actually, the original version of Lemmings. So if you haven't seen that video, go look it up on my channel. I give a sort of overview of the gameplay, and got rid of our blocker there, and there we go. With just over a minute to spare, I rescued 84%. That was not my finest hour. Rent a Lemming. So 50% again, because it's nice and easy. Let's have a look at this level. So it looks like we're gonna need one of those block building guys. Is that a basher or a blocker? No, that's the builder we need there. You. Oh, well done. That's excellent. Good grief. Worse than some contractors I've seen. So, one of those Lemmings got trapped. That's unfortunate. But we might be able to save him. If we just set him as a basher and that guy as a basher, then problem solved. We can just set the lemmings to come out at an increased rate with 3 minutes to spare. There we go. Look at that. Glorious. So, for those who have never played Lemmings or don't know what Lemmings is, you kinda know now. You use the bottom bar to assign roles in order to figure out the puzzle that is the map. And so far, no more Lemmings, these maps seem quite easy. It's more of the same. You know, there's different textures, but it's largely the same. There we go, 100% Lemmings saved. That's excellent. Okay, let's see what's next for us. Undercover Lemming. Let's have a look. So, because of the layout here, that gives us time to scroll across and see what's happening. You know, that doesn't look too difficult. I think if we just have good old basher there, we should be able to just go through, and then maybe one more there and one more there. We've got like 19 of them to go. So if we just focus on a single lemming, Walker 1, it's like a call sign. Walker 1 in position. I played too much TIE Fighter. So we'll wait for him to come over. Some nice 80s style drum fills there. Let's use you. There we go. Alright, this drop won't kill them, which is good. And we'll just do that. That should be it. Nice and easy. It's nice because, you know, with a lot of expansions, they were aimed at people who'd completed all of Lemmings, and as a result, you know, I'm just talking about the style of expansion. Certain expansions, not necessarily Lemmings, but, you know, for other games, would run under the assumption that the player was like a seasoned veteran. Look at that march, incredible. And therefore would automatically start with levels that were harder. This one, it's just changed up the graphics palette and the music, and it's provided that same sort of degree of simplicity that the original Lemmings had. Now, some people might look at that and say, it's just too similar to merit a purchase, you know? But now that we've, you know, moved past that, we're not buying DOS games anymore, we can look back in hindsight and say, hey, cool, they made like 100 more levels that we can enjoy that are different, you know? And at the end of each level, you'd have an access code. Downwardly mobile lemmings. Oh, this looks difficult. Right, we need to stop them from going that way already. Ha, we'll be coming down the mountain is playing. Yeah, they're coming down alright. Okay, so we've told them go that way and then go that way. And I think a third one here, just to keep them out of trouble. Now, I'm wondering, will that fall kill him? Let's see. No. Whew. It's always a relief because you can never quite tell. You know, I'm sure if you play more Lemmings, it's like, yeah, we can figure it out. You know, the distance that would kill them and the distance that wouldn't. But in this case, it's like, will you die in a gory mess or will you be okay? And our little lemming here was fine, our little test lemming. And, yeah, another simple level. But it's really enjoyable to play. I should have selected the floppy disk version. That would have had some nice music that didn't fade out and would be continuous. But, you know, the CD music isn't that bad. It's not that offensive. There we go. I like doing this as well. So I've set a timer, but they managed to escape the timer, unlike these guys. Goodbye. There we are. Bits of lemming everywhere, just how it should be, 94%. Snuggle up to a lemming? I'd rather not. Okay. Well, again, this is pretty simple. But in this case, we use a digger. And you see those 2 poles? That means we want the digger over here. There we are. And you can fall down, dig again. And I think one more dig should do it. Now, don't die. Yes. So, we'll have a basher. There we are. And that should be it, really. You don't have to worry about all this stuff. All that stuff is superfluous. We don't need it. It's one of those things that Lemmings did when they load the map layout and you'd see this complex map and you'd think, oh no. But then, the exit's right there, so it's not that bad. So we'll turn up our lemming distribution, and I think I'll just play one more level after this, I think. Because, like with a lot of games, I did it recently with Bust-A-Move again, or Bust-A-Move 2. It's one of those where you could technically play 20 minutes, but this isn't showing me anything new or anything different or anything crazy that makes me think, oh man. And again, I nearly messed up the level because look at that drop. If that had been a little longer, I'd have failed the level there, but I was very fortunate that height is okay. Yeah, I mean, if you've played Lemmings, you know what to expect here. You don't need another 20-minute video of me saying, hey, look, Lemmings is good. No, really, Lawnie? Lemmings is good? Hey, this is almost identical to the first level of the commercial version of Lemmings. It's just a slight variation. So, will this work? You know what? I'm going to err on the side of caution here. Hopefully. Maybe. Uh-oh. I might be in trouble here. This might be a little too far. We'll see if that digger stops. Right. Do you die? No, you don't. Sweet. Okay, so let's get our basher. And it's all about precision timing, which is something I'm not incredible at, but I manage. I get by. It's something that a lot of DOS gamers have to get used to as the years progress. You play a game in your childhood and you're very good at it because you have reflexes, and those slowly leave you, as do, your coordination and your mouse ability, Mine is deteriorating at a rapid rate to the point I have to use my other hand in a lot of things, these days, just to avoid overusing my mouse hand. But yeah, you come back to these old games of your past and you're just not quite as good as you used to be, or it takes you a lot longer to get to that sort of ceiling that you were at previously in terms of skill level. And there are certain games that require reflexes or whatever that, you just can't do anymore. And that's why I'm always a big proponent of, casual, easy modes like this, because it allows a player to play at their ability and their pace, So yeah, this was a nice, casual, relaxed look at Lemmings. Come on, boys, get to the exit. Thank you very much. Are we going to get any more music? Yes, we are. There we go. All lemmings accounted for. Wow, you saved every lemming. Totally excellent. So there you go. That's Oh No More Lemmings. What is it? Well, it's pretty obvious what it is. It's exactly what it says on the tin. It's more Lemmings. Did you like the original Lemmings? Then here's more of it. And the only mark against it would be that it's so similar to the original Lemmings, to the point where, it was an expansion for the original Lemmings. It was just a level set. I mean, it was standalone. There were standalone versions of Oh No Lemmings. I saw them in the shop. But it wasn't anything new. You know, it didn't introduce anything new and it didn't tinker with the formula. And that is both a positive and a negative. Some games, they try to reinvent the wheel. They have expansions that introduce things that just don't work, or just fly in the face of the original game and try and make it something it's not. Oh No More Lemmings doesn't do that. It's like, here's more Lemmings, here's exactly the same sort of thing. If you expect a brand new Lemmings game with new features and so on, then go look elsewhere at the other sequels. You're not going to find it here. But if you simply want more levels of Lemmings with its tried and true formula, then yeah, this is perfect. And will feature in my top 25 because it's Lemmings. And if you like me playing all kinds of games, I do it all the time. Hundreds of DOS videos on there. I take on anything. Feel free to take a look, and if you like what you see, you can subscribe. And if you can beat all 100 plus levels of this Lemmings expansion on the hardest difficulty, you're probably one of my incredible patrons. Look at those fantastic names. I won't be throwing them off a cliff anytime soon. I don't really need to say any more about this. You know exactly what you're getting, and it all comes down to whether you want it or not. Until next time.